plastic melamine this is.
The one.
What is wrong with me?
The Tiffany dish.
I was trying to angle to get you both in the conversation. I'm sorry. I have one of your dishes at home.
Now there's only 11.
Well, I want you to know I'm still on video. And
You
there's one
can't
in her
invite
house that
anybody
I
else
mentioned
for
to
dinner.
Wait a second, I think one went in my eye.
You'll both be calling State Farm
That's
next.
right.
Ah, it'll be.
You got that on film, right? You got that on film.
I'm
So
sorry.
my grandfather was the first one
Now get
to
closer.
get a job.
Yeah.
My grandfather was the first one, and then his son was Uncle Neely,
Right.
and he
You got him in there?
Yeah,
Uncle Neely was, yes, Grandpa's. Yeah.
right. Uncle Neely.
Yeah, she butts her stuff in here
Got it.
whenever she feels like it.
Now, Uncle Neely met when my Uncle Tommy came down from
Right.
Canada.
Canada.
He was down there in Manhattan, and he
You
met
got-
up with my Uncle Neely. My Uncle Neely said, "Well, you want to work? Well, we got jobs for you over here." So he started working for Con Edison.
Did Tommy stay with Con Ed or?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he retired from there.
Did he really?
Yes, he did.
Uncle Tommy. No, our cousin Tommy did.
Yes.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Both of them?
His father, and then my father came from Canada when he was 18. He worked at odds and ends job for a while, but
Right.
then he went into Con Edison too, and he was there for the rest of his life.
Right.
And then later on, Tommy was born. When Tommy got old enough, he got into
He got
Con
it. Well, he
Edison
retired
too.
from Con Ed too.
Yeah,
he's
he
still,
retired
he's still
from Con Ed.
receiving money from Con Ed, right?
Yeah, right. And
Wow,
I'm
that's a
still
lot of years of
receiving-
Con Ed.
Yeah, and I'm still receiving money from telephone company.
Yeah.
I still get a nice pension. I don't have to pay hospitalization. I got stocks and I got all kinds of stuff coming
You
out.
better be nice to her.
So,
Big bucks.
yeah,
Big bucks, no whammies.
Mama Big Bucks over here. Hey, listen, Mama Big Bucks needs $1,000 just to
Sister Jeannie,
carry in around.
Sister Jeannie Megabucks.
And my sister Marion came into the telephone company.
Oh yeah.
My sister Geraldine worked. No, she worked for a book company. I don't think Geraldine.
Metropolitan Life, didn't
She worked for Metropolitan Life.
Oh, I went there.
Christine, you worked for the phone company, but that was upstate, right?
Yeah.
Highland Telephone.
Highlandell. And Valerie worked for Highlandell.
But I stayed. Valerie retired from Highland Town.
Valerie did?
Yeah.
How many years did she put in?
She had, I think she had something like 118 or 20. I'm not exactly
yeah?
sure. You'd have to ask her. I'll find
Okay.
out from her.
You're probably right. I remember her being a teenager going in there instead
Yeah.
of being 18 years old, right?
Yep.
Wow.
And then that's it. You know.
So when you lived in Monroe, how long was the ride in?
Neely.
Must have been a good hour, right?
Right, from Monroe into the city?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about an hour and 10 minutes.
In fact,
I mean, I've made it to Yankee Stadium in just under an hour. If there's no traffic.
oh wait, did you take a?
It's literally
Did
52.
you drive in, or did you take a bus? And how did you get in?
Bus. She took the bus.
I took the bus.
Right.
I used to catch the bus at about 10. Depending on the hours I was working, when I
Right.
was going in at 9 o'clock, I could get the 7 o'clock bus, and
Uh-huh.
I'd be down there by 8:15, and I got to my company building
Right.
by at least 8:30, 8:45,
Uh-huh.
and I started at
And
9
then you worked.
o'clock.
9 to 5, and then you get.
Yeah.
Because I remember her leaving 7 to 7. I mean, it
Yeah.
was like basically 7 in the
Yeah.
morning, you get home at 7 at night.
Right.
So it's 12 hours.
That's
But that was a 9 to 5 job. And that was most everybody up there, too, because everybody worked
Yeah.
8 to 4, 9 to 5, and they all.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody like Roland. Roland was like an iron worker, and he'd start at 6 in the morning.
Yep.
He'd get in before the traffic, and he'd get out before the traffic too. But
Yeah.
those guys are at they had a different hour.
Yeah, you can't complain now. You understand that?
But
I'm
there was, I
Charles
have to tell
Cassidy.
you, the telephone company was open 24 hours. You had somebody at those boards 24 hours a day.
Right.
Will you ever call the last minute to
I
come in?
worked 5 to 11. I worked 7 to 3. I worked 8 to 4.
You never working.
9
You
to
never worked
5.
graveyard though, did you?
No, I never worked overnight, but I did work until
Did they
10
give
or
people
11.
more money for working graveyard? Like usually companies
Yeah,
give
you
them.
got a compensation for
You got
that.
compensation for working.
Well,
that.
you work split hours, you got compensated for working the nighttime
You got
hours.
overtime too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you
But the
worked-
split hours you'd get more because it broke up your day. And,
Yeah, it would. You could get. No, it was because you were working past 6 o'clock at night.
oh, okay.
That's it. And from 6 o'clock on, you got compensated extra. And I don't remember how much
Right,
it
right.
was.
No, that's okay. I just said, yeah.
And
Oh,
you
okay.
go 9 to 12 in the
Don't you
daytime,
have to
and
get
then
something like 75 cents extra if you work nights, Mark?
it may have been. I'm not exactly sure, but it was like 9. If I worked 8 to 11 in the morning, I worked 4 to 8 at night. I got compensated for a short amount of money. 9 to 12, and then 5 to 9. 10 to.
So that those split hours you were telling us, you'd go back by 4 o'clock and you'd work
Yes,
until 8 at night,
right,
something like that.
absolutely.
And then you were, that was right in Midtown, right in Manhattan?
Same place. I worked in the same building. I never moved out of that building, 13th Street and 2nd Avenue. I worked down in Canal Street but when I first went in. And from Canal Street, I went up to 13th Street and 2nd Avenue, and that's where I stayed for the rest of my career.
So where would the bus, how did you get in there? Where would the bus stop
I get the
you
bus
off?
down at the end of the street where I live. When I lived in the city, I took the trains.
Right. But when you
I
lived
took
in
the
Monroe.
IRT down to Canal Street, and then I walked over to 2nd Avenue.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was one thing.
But the buses always went into the Port Authority, right?
The Port of Authority, and then I would have to take the train down to 13th,
Right.
down to 14th Street and walk over 2 blocks and walk in 1 block, and I was at work.
Yeah.
So I worked at 13th Street and 2nd Avenue.
Oh.
And the street that...
That's Lower Manhattan, right?
Yeah, that's
Right.
the street, the station was 14th Street.
Right.
So I had and that was 14th Street,
Broadway.
14th Street, and I can't say, it
Broadway.
wasn't Broadway, no. It
6th
wasn't-
Avenue.
No, it wasn't 6th Avenue.
8th Avenue.
Just wait 1 minute now. I worked at 2nd Avenue, and then there was...
Lexington.
I can't remember the streets down there.
Avenue. There was Avenue of America. Avenue of America.
6th Avenue, that was when
Right.
I worked down at Canal Street.
Yeah.
That's where I worked down on Canal Street.
Is Canal Street Little Italy?
I don't know what it is now.
That's
No.
right.
It was
Canal
very...
Street is like, half of it is Chinese and it's half.
Good.
Yeah,
I always remember Canal
Bowery,
Mulberry Street is Italian, right?
Right. It's
Mulberry Street is Little Italy.
No, okay,
Yeah,
Mulberry
it's
Street.
walking
On the
distance.
opposite, if you come down on the elevator, you get off all the way downtown. You're on the...
The elevator. The elevator?
The elevator. That's the trains that used to
Oh,
come
the elevator.
over.
Oh, okay, elevated.
L.
Yeah.
The Third
Elevator.
Avenue L. And when we took that down, we would walk from 3rd Avenue all the way over to Canal Street and 6th Avenue, 6th and 7th Avenue.
That's
And we
3
would
blocks.
go all through Chinatown and all through
We gotta remember their weather changed, not like here. You would have rain, snow.
Yeah, you're not walking. Well, I remember you'd always take your high heels with you.
oh yeah.
Because,
She was smart enough.
yeah, well,
If it was raining, I took the subway because the subway would lead me closer to the building. But if it was a nice summer morning and Patty and I would meet on the 3rd, she would get on at 138th Street, I got on at 134th Street, and we got off at Canal Street when we got downtown.
sure.
So-
That is amazing that she's still your friend after all these years. I mean, just that you guys have,
Oh,
you know,
that's
that you
great.
both moved to the same town,
Yeah.
you know, and,
That's great.
you know, and 65 years later, you're still,
Where does she live? In Monroe?
she lives in Monroe.
Wow.
They've been friends for the last